movie where the cops are all being told George Washington's bad. And they're all nodding their heads and gasping at the name of Thomas Jefferson. I mean, it's like they're North Korean generals or something. I mean, they're so whacked out. I don't know how they got to this point. I mean, as a normal American watching this, it's like, what? I mean, you cannot believe it. You've seen The Road to Tyranny, folks. I mean, you cannot believe when they pull a woman over, they stop her at a checkpoint in a rural road, and they say, we want to search your car, and Abby Newman, no criminal record, and Able Veterans is no. They jerk her out, say we're going to charge her with assault. She doesn't assault them. They get a pocket constitution and start hyperventilating. The idiots had sworn an oath to the document. Now they're acting like it's Satan was in the back of the car. I mean, they are, I mean, I don't believe normal brainwashing could even do that. I mean, I'm sorry. Dwayne, finish your story because the music was cutting over you. Start over. Tell us about who you talked to, about the plans to round up families. I mean, it's all admitted now. It's just, it's good to hear some of the details. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, you know, Alex, the funny thing about it was it's been almost, I would go as far as to say about 2 months ago. I used to work for a company who provided a certain service, and of course, Northrop Grumman is one of the major military-industrial complexes that receives a stipend or what do you call it, a discount on their monthly service. And of course, her and I began to talk, and she said that she was working out at Fort Polk, right, probably 50 miles away from where I'm located. And I asked her, I said, you know, have you heard anything about, you know, anything that's on the ground as far as, you know, citizen dissent? You know, are they training for any of that or anything? She kind of pulled me over to the side and she said, you know, normally I would have never talked about this with you, you know, and sure enough, you know, she stated that they are actually right now, as we're speaking right now, very much in the middle of that. Anything from crowd control, obviously, to the extraction of families from their very home and the property in which they live in.
Yeah, that's Fort Polk, Louisiana, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, no, we have the Cooperative Nugget videos of them training with foreign troops, with role players saying, I'm an American, as U.S. and foreign troops kill us. And if you don't believe me, I have the Boy Scouts in the New York Times training to kill veterans. I mean, they actually train the Boy Scouts and Explorer Scout to kill the veterans.
Yeah, I mean, as widespread as this, you know, it almost sounds like a nightmarish fairy tale, you know, but what people don't understand is it's actually happening. Like I said, there even a neighbor of mine who lives, you know, right across the street from me. You know, he proclaims the same exact thing, and he just got out of the Army. As a matter of fact, you know, he states the same exact thing. You know, that they are actually practicing those things and going into great detail with it. That's the scary part. You know, they're trying to learn every asset, or basically.
They're training everyone, the mechanics. No, I've confirmed it. Listen, they admit it. It's just they always say, we want the Army to help fight al-Qaeda, but we're going to have checkpoints and crowd control, and the entire architecture is built for the average American. Then you get the manuals, and it's us. If you're actually a real American, you are the enemy, because this is a foreign corporate takeover of the country, and they hate freedom, and it's real, and it's horrible, and they're going to do it, and we've got to get ready. That's why I'm desperately hear people say, how is this guy working 18 hours a day? Because once they shut us down and we go dark, folks, it's up to you. I mean, you've got to know they're not going to give you quarter. They're not going to stop. And once we go down over the edge, it just gets worse and worse. God bless you, Dwayne. I got to go. I got a meeting I got to go to, Bob Chapman. We're going out of break here in 3.5 minutes, and I've got to go do this interview right now, Bob. InfoWars Nightly News tonight's going to be particularly power-packed at prisonplanet.tv. But I'm going to give you the last 3-4 minutes taking us out to break, and then I'll see everybody back live Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. But, Bob, I'm going to let you co-host and take us out here with the final word, theinternationalforecaster.com, Bob Chapman.
Well, I think we all have to discern whether we want to defend ourselves and our families and our heritage, whether we want to allow what was built by our forebears to get out in the sewer. And it's up to us to act and do the things that are needed. And information is at the heart of that. We have that today, and we've had it for the last 20 years. We didn't have it before then. And so we've got to use it. So you've got to use Alex's DVDs and distribute them to people, tell people to listen to the program and other programs that are similar, where they can get a handle on what's going on out there. I usually deeply deal with financial and economic matters throughout the world, but as you've seen, I'm pretty conversant in other things as well. And these are the things that you have to do. Information to other people, preparing your own family with dehydrated and freeze-dried food, a water filter, being able to defend your family. And then if you have more money, getting involved in gold and silver related assets, because it's the only safe place to be. And you've got to, and it's so important, even if your family doesn't believe you or agree with you, and they are the hardest people to convince, believe me, and even your close friends. All of a sudden, they'll wake up one day, like we heard today with the Marine that was on the program. Gee, Nostradamus, you had that all figured out. And then he becomes the leader because he understands what the problems are. And so you have to get into that position. You have to tell people about these things, and then all of a sudden they say, gee, Joe or Mary said that, and they were right. And then they start listening. And so you keep after people. You continue to bring the message forward. And that's why I do these programs. I do lots of them. And some of them I've done for a long time. I've been off and on with Alex for many years. And I have a soft place in my heart for the active and retired military people because I'm a veteran myself. And that's why I do the Marine Disquisition every Thursday, which is a top-rated program on Blog Talk. And so we've got to do our job, each and every one of us. You may not think it's important, but it is. Just one person learns from you what they're supposed to do, what they should expect, and you've accomplished everything.
Nick Wadena with Midas Resources. If you have an IRA or 401k, did you